Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We consider maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
And now, I know last time I was very skeptical of him, but we have gotten a taste to see that the world does indeed end. And it did coincidentally happen as soon as the cabin had, rotted away and she left it.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Do I get some sort of reward for doing
you have
this?
to slay her before you get it.
Okay. Can you tell me what the prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
But killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Ooh, yikes. Okay. By the way, the end of the world, what are you talking about exactly?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with.
As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, so we can take the blade. We're into the basement. I mean, we do now actually have evidence that the world ends. But I'm not sure. Is the princess the proximate cause of that? It seemed like it was that weird entity thing. Who knows? For all we know, maybe if we help her escape, she can, fight the entity or something. And that little sentimental thing of, remember her. The princess herself didn't seem like a bad person. And I am curious to see, because you can't... The way we died the first time we did this, can't happen if we don't bring the blade. We're going to the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is that what she said last time?
It's
Or for the first time?
hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's see. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Indeed.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Of course.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Of course, yeah.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
She seems a lot different than even the first time I met her. Maybe my memory's just foggy, but even her font is different. This was a different font than last time.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
See what I can do. Let's examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're making a huge mistake.
I don't know, she looks so nice.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nah, yeah.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
No, that is not happening.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
I mean, we can try. Hey, let me out of here.
Pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
We can try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Am I not strong enough to break it down?
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
No.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Hopefully.
She
Oh my!
Before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Yikes. Did not anticipate that.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
What could that possibly be?
It's the blade from upstairs.
No.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I have one option. I'm saving the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment...
Dang it, we're on the
place
same
blade
track as
against
before.
The ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
How'd the knife get down here?
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of
Please
here.
don't stab her. It's a person locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape.
No. I was trying to prevent this.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and
no,
raises.
that's not what I'm doing.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh, no.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Please.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I'm resisting. We will not kill her.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Look, don't kill me, please.
We both know this isn't you.
Yes, it's not.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are
Please, princess.
you doing?
You know I don't actually want to kill you, okay? Spare me.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'll try to
no,
be quick.
no, princess, please.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong.
It's fine.
We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
And yeah, just as a quick side note, her personality is completely different from the previous time we went through this. Which is very interesting.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
sorry. I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Yeah. But
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
I feel really bad about that.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah, I was hoping for that to go a bit better. Chapter 2, The Damsel.